it's Tyra and welcome to my channel. I just wanted to check in today to be consistent, to be committed even to myself as it pertains to my personal goals. So here I am. I already did a card pull for myself this morning. So this card pull on today is actually for whoever is tuning in. If this message met your feed today and it crossed your path, then this message is for you. I hope it's a message of encouragement. I hope it's a message that will answer any question that has been on your mind. I hope it provides you some level of guidance for today and for your journey. So if you have a question in mind, speak it down into the universe. Set your intentions on receiving. As you listen to my voice and me shuffle the deck, take a deep breath in and exhale. On your next deep breath in, or the next command of the next deep breath in, continue to breathe, please. But on the command of the next breath in, we're going to make it intentional. And on that breath, I want you to breathe in your answers. Open up your receivers to receive. And as you exhale, I want you to release any distractions, any of the loud, intrusive thoughts, any of the blockages that will allow you to hear clearly the answers to the messages that you seek today. By this time, you should have a question in mind. You should be postured with your breathing. Let's take a deep breath in. Now release. Release all the blockages. All right. So I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Oh, we already have a card. And this absolutely is going to be a one card pull. And then we will also go to the Grace Healing deck and receive an oracle message. So this card is the Chariot. No obstacles will stop me now. That's a message for you. Actually, two cards came out. So the first message is, no obstacles will stop me now. So what happened on my card pull this morning, and I intuitively believe it's happening now, is that you have two choices. And the first card is the answer to your question. And the second card is what will happen if you don't move forward. That was indicative of my card pull on this morning, and I just wanted one card and two cards came out. So two cards came out for you. I thought it was just one, but as I smoothed the cards, it was two. So this is the first card. See it? The Chariot. And the answer is yes. So whatever question it was that you needed answered, the answer is yes. And then the I am statement is, no obstacles will stop me now. I am unstoppable. That's the I am statement. That's if you move now. And we'll talk about what that movement means, but this is the time for you to be able to move forward. You're being reassured that your answer is yes, The victory is absolutely yours. You have put in the hard work and the focus, and now is your time. Move forward. This is actually confirmation for me too. And then this message also comes with a warning. So we're also grateful for the bonus card that came through. And this bonus card is actually the King of Cups in reverse. And what it's saying is that your answer is only yes when you move forward. If you don't trust yourself, if you don't trust the wealth of knowledge that is already inside of you, either instinctively, intuitively, through study, through your education, through your hard work that you have put forward with focus, that your yes is going to become stagnant. Because this card did come in reverse. So move forward. Don't yield yourself to bad advice. Avoid the scheming. You don't need schemes. You are absolutely enough. Everything that's inside of you, your experiences and your knowledge, it's enough. Being your authentic self makes it enough. So surround yourself with friends. Surround yourself with people who are going to support you in you being your authentic self. Because your authentic self, it makes no reservation for you to be anything else other than who you are. And it's freedom in that. So what I'm hearing on today is that your yes is only conditional on you moving forward, growing in your emotional intelligence. And what that means is following and trusting everything that's on the inside of you. That was beautiful, you guys. Absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful read. Let me pull from the Grace Healing deck, Grief, Grace, and Healing deck. And I also would read from the the extended interpretation. I'm thirsty. Excuse me. Excuse me for that. So wow, that previous reading, I hope that it was meaningful to you, and I hope that it resonated with you. And if it didn't resonate with you on today, then follow up with a previous reading. Maybe something else that I've said or something else that I have posted maybe resonates with you, or stay tuned. Maybe something soon. Something soon will resonate with you. But if that did resonate with you on today, please leave me a comment. Let me know how it resonated with you. I would love the feedback to know if you felt supported in any way. Whether or not that's something that, you had just been scrolling on your phone, wanting some information about, and it finally came forward for you. That would be beautiful feedback. So on this one, I'm not really going to do a shuffle. We're going to pull the first card over the top. These cards are enormous. And one more shuffle, but I'm going to just pull a card off the top. And the card that we have, I said, you guys, I was going to do it better and better light. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, so we have a little bit of ambiance from the grow light, but I can see. So sorry about that, you guys. I was trying to spare you guys of the pink glow, but I guess it's just the aura of this reading. But the card that we pulled by way of the healing deck, the Grief, Grace, and Healing Oracle deck, is card 55. And it says, practice sacred self-care. Make healing self-care non-negotiable. Everyday practices like eating well, resting, connecting with others, blowing off steam, and doing activities you enjoy are all sacred work because you are sacred, a precious natural resource. Honor the magnificence of your soul by caring for your human needs. Self-care is a shielding technique that bolsters your energetic defenses. That was absolutely beautiful. And some of the work that I have been doing and also working with a few of my clients has been on just redirecting back to self-care and redirecting ourselves back to ourselves and loving ourselves. We are the vessel that carries the great divine, the great I am. And I refer to the great I am because I sincerely believe in God and Christ and Jesus being the Christ, but I also believe that God is greater than what I can imagine or think. And I also believe that God has shown up for me in each and every capacity that I have called out to him. And I know that he is greater than I can possibly imagine. So what that means for me is that how you experience God, call out to God and allow God to show up for you in a mighty, mighty way, because I know that he has shown up for me in a mighty, mighty way. And I refuse to limit him and say that he can only show up if, and you fill in the ifs. I don't subscribe to that mantra. I believe God is in everything. I believe that God created all. He created us, and he breathed life into all of us. So we all contain an essence of who he is, which means that we know how to connect to God distinctively and instinctively because he is already in us when he breathed life into us. So let me move forward. And let's jump on card number 55 and let me read you the interpretation for the book. I just felt compelled to share that because I know that people want to know, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind opening up and allowing you guys to know me because I practice authenticity. And this is a part of who my authentic self is. So as we read, let me take some more water before we read these messages, because I'm also going to read the expanded meaning and the action steps to kind of give both of us some interpretation of how to move forward by way of what the oracle message is suggesting. So bear with me one moment. All right. So it says, practice sacred self-care. You may have drawn this card because making time for self-care feels daunting right now. So this message is for those who feel as though making self-care is daunting. So be encouraged. Let's start over so that those people, we just found out who this message, who this expanded meaning for is resonating directly with, is those who find self-care daunting. You may have drawn this card because making time for self-care feels daunting right now. Working it into a busy schedule might come last on your daily to-do list. Caring for others, whether it's young children, an elderly relative, a sick animal, can all cause us to unconsciously shift our own self-care to the back burner of priorities. That is something that's resonating with me. If you're feeling hollowed out by grief and loss, you may find the motivation or physical energy to maintain even basic self-care is laborious. It's a very laborious undertaking. Whatever drew you to this card or drew you to this message on today, it's a hint that not taking your self-care more seriously is self-sabotaging your healing. Don't judge or shield yourself if you've let your self-care slip a little. So what that message is actually saying is don't judge yourself or shame yourself or guilt yourself if you have let your self-care, slip. If it was an illness or an injury that was inhibiting your self-care, Do what you can and ask others to help you. Ask for assistance. Performing even very minor acts of self-care now can be a powerful self-love practice for you. Self-care can be an act of devotion and a reminder of your inherent self-worth and soul worth. Read that again. Self-care can be an act of devotion and a reminder of your inherent self-worth and soul worth. Nothing or no one can ever change that. Connect with the softer, nurturing side of yourself and then direct that energy at the person looking back at you in the mirror. Direct that energy back to yourself. I've been saying that. That's the theme. So I hope you guys are receiving the message. Self-care is calming. It is soothing and healing to your sensitive system now, making it easier to stay grounded, centered, and separate from the energies and emotions of the others around you. If you're very sensitive to the energies of others, start learning strategies on how to separate yourself, ground yourself, and redirect all of that energy after you have grounded, transmuting it into an energy that fulfills you as loving on yourself and pouring into yourself. Even the act of removing yourself from situations or people that make you feel uncomfortable is an act of self-love. So let's jump over in the book. I'll give you the action steps. It says, aim for micro shifts that prove to yourself that you are reprioritizing your self-care, like pausing to pick out a pretty pair of earrings in the morning, or enjoying a few meditative minutes, like stargazing alone or stargazing out at the trees in the window seat. Even watching your toddler take a nap. Or slowly rubbing sweet-smelling lotion on your hands after cleaning the kitchen and pausing to inhale to take in the aroma. Or making an appointment at the doctor to discuss new options for treating a chronic condition that you may have. Or asking your partner to massage your feet or your shoulders after a long day. Or asking your roommate to help you put away the groceries. Or calling a friend for a heart-to-heart and a good laugh. Or picking out a treat for yourself, or making your favorite healthy meal. You get the idea? The notion is to intentionally and mindfully take time to honor yourself. And when we are grieving and when we're healing from grief and loss and hurt and pain and betrayal and all of these things that kind of knock us, off of our square. I was going to say knock the rockers out of us, because that's how it feels, is to sit mindfully with those emotions, because you have to feel it in order to heal through it. And the idea is that when you sit with it, you strengthen yourself, because you see you see the resilience, or you see other strengths in you that allowed you to survive it. And then you start to see, because you start to see that your instincts were true. And it reinforces something on the inside of you that says, what's on the inside of me is worth me caring for. And when you intentionally take time to do self-care activities like eating a good meal, actually sitting down at a table and eating a meal, is self-care. Give yourself the space and the love and the intention that you would give the loved one that you have lost. That's how you love yourself. How much love you want to give them right now, redirect that energy back to yourself. So when I say transmute energies, that is what I mean. The love and devotion that you would pour in that moment if they were in front of you, love and honor your feelings for them, and redirect that energy back towards yourself, because that is who needs it. You need you. We all need you to be here, and we absolutely need everything that's on the inside of you so that we all can be better people. So I hope this message encouraged you on today. If it did, please leave me a message, like it, give me some feedback. I absolutely welcome feedback, and I appreciate you listening to my message on today. Be well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hi there, it's Tyra. Before you got out here, I felt compelled to come back in and share some quick information. If you are in crisis, or if you know someone that is crisis and they're feeling suicidal, or they're feeling like, life is hopeless, dial 988. It definitely will connect you to a crisis counselor, and it'll be someone that you can talk to. That is the greatest act of self-care that you can do, is to ask for help and even admit that you need help. So even if you listened this far, that is an act of self-care, because you're gathering the information that you need to make a difference. I'm a therapist here in Maryland. If you're interested in other insurances that I may cover, visit my website, intuitivelcpc.com. If not, go to Psychology Today, put in your area code of where you live, and find a therapist to speak with. Help is always available to you. Be well.